Hey everyone, welcome back to Driple Studios. Today I will continue explaining how my pet system works. If you haven't seen my pet system tutorial, please check it out using the link in the description. Today we'll look into how the data store works. I'll start by explaining the actual DataStore script, and then I'll move on to the other parts of the system related to saving and loading. First of all, if you want an explanation of data stores in general, please check out my video on data stores. I'll leave the link in the description. Assuming that you've seen that video, let's open up the DataStore script. The default data contains our default values for any currencies in the game. It also contains an empty table for the obtained pet, which are the pets the player has obtained, and an empty table for the equipped pets, which are the pets that the player has equipped. The deep copy function allows us to clone a table so we can get copies of the data. More information again on this in my actual DataStore video. In the save data function, we loop through each pet in the player's pet folder, where the pet string values are added when a pet is hatched. We add a string to an empty table that we define at the top of the function, which holds all of the pets the player has in their inventory. It holds the pet names and the egg rarity that they come from. So this is concatenated using v.name with a comma and then a v.value. So each item in this table has a name and value in one string. And to get all the equipped pets, we loop through each slot in the player's equipped folder and get the pet name attribute on the slot. Hopefully you can now see why we have the pet name attribute, because we use this to add it to the equipped pets table, which is an empty table we create before we start looping through the folder. Finally, we create a table of all the data to save, including the obtained pets and the equipped pets. And we save this to the player's data store using DataStore::set_async. When loading the pets data, we set a new variable for the obtained pets to the value that's stored at data index 3, which should be a table of the obtained pets. But if this does not exist for whatever reason, we set it to the template table, which is just an empty table. We set a new variable for the equipped pets to data index 4, which should be a table of the equipped pets. But if this does not exist for whatever reason, we set it to the template table, which is an empty table. And if it's not nil, then we create new string values. So we're basically splitting, remember how we concatenated the name and the value with a comma? We're splitting that up. So the name of the string value will be the name, or the first half of the split, and the value will be the value, or the second half of the split. After loading the data, we need to actually update the inventory and make our pets appear again. To do this, we fire the load pets bindable event, passing in the player and the pet template from replicated storage. If we open up the pet handler, the load pet bindable event, it loops through each pet in the player's pet folder and adds a new template for each pet, adding the correct clone of each pet to the template. The last bit of the data store is looping through the equipped pets if they exist, and for each pet that is equipped, we loop through every pet frame in the player's inventory and find one with the same name and equip that pet. We then fire the equipped pet client remote event. Now if we open up in the start GUI or inventory GUI, we'll open up the loading equipped pets script. The equipped pet client remote event, when fired, sets the equipped text to visible, updates the layout order so it's displayed first, and equips the pet, firing the equipped pet remote event. And that's it for my explanation of the pet system. I hope you have a better understanding of what's going on now. And if you have any more questions, let me know in the comments or in our Discord server, which you can find the link to in the description. If you found this helpful, please leave a like and subscribe, as it would really help us out. Thank you and goodbye.